slide over here. Sorry for the delay, everybody.
Thank you.
Courtney or Darion, you want to?
Justin said he's good, and Amy said she's good too.
You got it.
I'm stepping out, so if somebody needs to slide in here, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you got it.
We're going to need to make sure the screens watch their cords toggle at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's an owl. They're really, really pretty smart. They have an eye that will zoom in on whoever's talking in the room. And they project the sound, so everything should work. So anyway, I think we're in order now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turn that on until we start talking.
You just can't get too close to it.
I don't know, does that pick it up or not?
Get the old days where you're just standing up yelling.
We're just gonna have to move back and forth.
Okay, that sounds good. All right, so we're ready. Thank you for coming in. Some new faces. We're Mount St. Joseph University Art and Graphic Design. We've been working with Sandy, developing logos and trying to build some ideas that could help you guys move this park forward. The pieces that we've done, we're hoping can be implemented, but at least I hope they will spark lots of ideas to help you guys move this park forward, because from what I have seen, it's complicated and there's lots of different cogs and sprockets and people and ideas and things going on with that. So we're going to start off with some of the logos, some of the refined logo ideas, narrowed down. And many of you saw the big batch of them, which was kind of fun to put together. And then we started to kind of develop that look into some other touch points that could be used to promote the park, in the park, things like that. And so that's where they're going to take over, just kind of present the whole idea to you. So at that, I will turn it over to the design team.
Hello, how is everyone today? Good. So like Kurt said, we're presenting some final logos, some mural ideas, and some donor wall ideas, as well as a pitch deck. And so first off, we'll be presenting some final logos. So for this first one, the use of warm, inviting colors such as the yellow and blue certainly create a positive and welcoming feeling for visitors for the park. And the use of the uppercase and community park goes along with Morgan Township to help provide a sense of consistency and professionalism to feel all together as a whole.
Using bright colors in the leaf icon is a good way to create a sense of playfulness and appeal to the people of all ages. It's important to consider the overall message of the park and ensure that the logo is accurately reflecting the values of Morgan Township Park.
This sun logo design suggests freedom, adventure, and possibility with rounded corners on the rays for approachability and safety. The open landscape and extending rays express vastness and potential. The warm and energizing sun symbol evokes positivity, optimism, making it appealing and memorable. The sun is also suitable for an outdoor adventure brand. The blue in this logo is bright and cheerful, but not overwhelming. The sun logo design also suggests freedom, adventure, and possibility with rounded corners for approachability and safety. This logo has introduced an oak leaf as an extra connection to the native wildlife. This park logo takes a different approach with large sun rays and thick white strokes for a bold and simple design. The balance between simplicity and impact is important for a recognizable and memorable logo. Now we are going to discuss the main donor walls that we have designed. This is a wall to recognize all the donors by name, and they are represented by the different tiers. This donor wall is a visual representation of the growth within the community due to the construction of the park. The largest leaves with the bold text are for those that donate towards top-tier projects, giving them the most recognition. The medium-sized leaves are for Tier 2 donors, while the second smallest leaves are for Tier 3. The smallest leaves were designed to make the tree look fuller, but could also be used to recognize donors. The flowers aren't connected to the tree, so they don't have to be placed directly next to each other and can extend the design beyond just the corner.
So this donor wall was inspired by the florals and colors of the playground. The flowers represent the 3 donation tiers. The large orange flowers represent Tier 1 donations. Tier 2 donations are represented by the medium-sized blue flowers, and Tier 3 donations are represented by the small purple flowers. The flowers are separate from each other and not on a single poster, creating a fun, playful, and eye-catching design.
This design uses different types of leaves to represent the different tiers. So for example, the Tier 1 is represented by a oak leaf, and Tier 2 is a maple leaf, and the smallest leaf represents the 3rd tier. The leaves that are floating help give an organic, nature-inspired feel, and it also makes it possible and easy to add on additional leaves for donors if you have to add any more in the future if necessary.
So this donor wall uses the design of the leaf logo. The different tiers are shown with the different colors and sizes. Tier 1 donor boxes are large and give appropriate recognition to families, businesses, and foundations. Tier 2 donors are recognized in orange, and the 3rd tier is shown in blue. The colors are bright and will add a lively note of enthusiasm when you enter the building.
So this donor wall has a more abstract, organized and geometric appearance. It uses a lot of natural colors to convey a sense of calm and vitality as well. And you can see that the donor tiers are represented by the hexagons of various sizes. So the largest ones would be a level 1 donor tier, the medium-sized ones are level 2, and then the smallest ones are level 3.
Okay, moving on from the donor walls, next we have murals. So we've created some mural ideas that have the potential to be placed in multiple spots throughout the park to create an interactive space for the visitors of the park. So first we have this mural. It is capturing the annual Strawberry Festival that happens here, and it's kind of in the style of a stained glass window. And it matches the theme of the park with the flower pavers fading off into the sunset. It also has the potential to extend into the grass in front of the mural. As you can see in the little mock-up, next to the design of the mural, you can see the path extending into the grass, as well as a 3D strawberry that you could place next to it for people to pose and interact with the mural.
So this is a Butterfly Meadows mural. It's very whimsical and dynamic. It features an organic background with the rolling hills to draw the viewer's eye in, as well as to lead it throughout the composition. The oak tree in the foreground adds stability to the mural, while the butterflies give it a sense of movement and playfulness. And overall, I would say the mural is very fun and engaging to look at.
So this mural is a 6-foot tall mural. It was designed to be the smaller flower is the height of a toddler, and then the taller flower is the height of someone in a wheelchair. So it makes it very interactive and fun for children to pose and put their faces inside the flowers. Okay, so this moves us on to our pitch deck. So what is a pitch deck? It's basically a presentation that gives potential investors and clients an overview of your plan, products, services, and growth traction. This is essentially a presentation for you guys to edit and to use for your target donors. For example, if you're targeting someone that you see as a Tier 2 donor, you can remove the Tier 3 slides in order to show them how they can best benefit your park. So this is the start of the presentation that you guys will receive. As you can see, there is a big black circle on this page, along with all the other slides you will see. Once a logo is chosen, you guys will be able to insert your logo on each of these places. I'll now hand it over to Darion to talk about the Capital campaign.
We think when you guys do present this, that it's important to, when y'all do present this to your donors, to understand that this is our statement, and it's at the heart of our Capital campaign is the belief that every person in Morgan Township deserves access to high-quality community resources and a sustainable environment. Our mission is to raise funds to create a passionate and balanced social center that promotes nature and inclusive freedom for all. By supporting this campaign, you are investing in the community and and community that values empathy, respect, and collaboration. Your contributes will go toward the creation of inclusive play area and hosting community events that controls our shared values and promote a deeper appreciation of the natural world. With your help, we can make the most of Morgan Township and create a brighter and more hopeful future for the generation to come. Thank you for your support.
So next, this is a spot to acknowledge everyone that's put work into getting this park together, as well as this is a spot to enter the names of people on the campaign cabinet.
And this is an overview of how your presentation will go. It is touching on your mission and vision, your neighborhood map, and your donor opportunities. And these can all be moved around, edited, and broken down further into tiers to best suit your needs.
Okay, so this is your story behind the park and why it matters. In the small town of Morgan Township, there was a group of passionate citizens who dreamed of creating a park that would be more than just a place to exercise and play. They envisioned a park that would become a symbol of inclusivity and a beacon of hope for the future. The park symbolizes the community's commitment to inclusivity and the idea that everyone matters. It's a place where children play together, families gather for picnics, and seniors exercise and socialize. The park inspires the township to work together and to create positive outcomes for the future. So these are also your mission and vision statements for the park. And our mission is to create a passionate and balanced social center promoting nature and inclusive freedom for all. We believe that providing a space where people of all ages and abilities can come together to play, socialize, and connect with the natural world, we can foster an important sense of community. We are committed to promoting empathy, respect, and collaboration. We understand that every person has unique needs and perspectives, and we strive to ensure that everyone feels seen, heard, and valued. And our vision is to build a community that is inclusive, sustainable, and respectful of the natural world. We believe that by instilling values like empathy and respect for all people, we can create a more hopeful future for Morgan Township.
So this is the neighborhood map that we've taken from the human nature presentation that you guys had provided. This basically just highlights that the park is a 14-acre area in Okeana, a 12-minute drive from Ross High School, and that the population of Morgan Township is 5,839. So highlighted on the left are different tiers of donor opportunities that we've placed those on the right where we think that they are fitting in the park. We've also come up with creative names for some of the donor opportunities, such as the theater and the play area, which will be highlighted later in the presentation. So this is a spreadsheet where you guys will fill out the costs of each individual project to show potential donors a breakdown of totals and where their money will be going.
So for the first donor opportunity for Tier 1, we have the Songbird Theater. So the images were from the human nature presentation that was provided for us. So with this donor opportunity, the donors have like naming opportunity, for example, like John Smith's Songbird Feeder, and the contributions will support construction cost, maintenance fund, and event programming. And for the contribution stuff, you can also like edit it and like add like numbers or pricing or whatever you need to add for that. So that's the Songbird Feeder.
The playground is also a Tier 1 donor opportunity. We decided to go with the name Playville because we thought it was fun and a lighthearted name, which is perfect for our playground. But some of the other names that we came up with were Groovy Town, Play Zone, Funverse, and Play Kingdom. For this, donations will help with construction costs and maintenance fund. And then, in addition, the donor's name would be on playground signage. So it could say Playground or Playville made possible by Jane Smith, for example. The parking lot is not as fun as a playground, obviously, but very necessary and very expensive, making it a Tier 1 opportunity. This map shows where parking lots would be located, and again, donations would support construction costs and maintenance fund.
Up next, we have the Oak Shade Shelter, which is also a Tier 1 donor opportunity. We came up with this name because oak trees, being a native plant to the area, they are a spot for shade and people to gather under. So we figured that was a fitting name for a shelter which provides the same spot to hang out under as an oak tree. And the naming opportunity for that would go Smith Family Oak Shade Shelter as an example. And then also another Tier 1 donor opportunity would be the walking trails. Some of the names that we came up with, Sunny Trails would be for the entire loop, but for the two smaller loops within that would be Caterpillar Crawl and Butterfly Way.
So this is a Tier 2 donor opportunity. It is the Hopewell Garden. We chose the name Hopewell to pay tribute to the Hopewell Native tribe that once resided in the area. An example of a naming opportunity would be the Smith Family Hopewell Garden, and the contributions will support the construction costs and the maintenance funds.
This is Nature's Edge Observation Deck, also a Tier 2 donor opportunity. Also, like they said, the donor contributions will go toward the construction costs and the maintenance funds. And on the right-hand side is a example of a plaque, and it would say Nature's Edge Observation Deck was possible by the Smith family.
Okay, returning back to the murals, those would be a Tier 2 donor opportunity. And as you can see, they, as we said, they can be placed in multiple spots throughout the park, such as a wall on the Songbird Theater, or a wall on the Oak Shade Shelter, or placed within Playville. So, once again, we have the Strawberry Fields mural, and the naming opportunity could go as Jane Doe Strawberry Fields mural, and we provided an image of how it would look on a building for the donors to visualize it better.
Once again, this is the Butterfly Meadows mural. It could go on the wall of like the Oak Shade Shelter, or possibly kind of like freestanding on the edge of the Hopewell Garden, or just wherever else you think is appropriate for it. Possible naming opportunity for it could be John Smith Butterfly Meadows mural. And then your contribution helps support the construction costs and the maintenance fund as well.
So the Flower Fund mural would likely be placed in Playville as a freestanding image. The donor's contribution would cover construction costs and maintenance funds. And there's also a naming opportunity, for example, Jane Smith Flower Fund mural.
This is our signage, a Tier 2 donor opportunity, and also the donor's contributions will go toward the construction costs and the maintenance funds. And we have examples like the Morgan Township Community Park map, and we have 3 plaques and also the distant markers that can be used for Sunny Trails, Caterpillar Crawl, or Butterfly Way.
These are more potential designs and colors for the plaques and signs to be placed around the park, including the main park sign, which could be placed on the street or at the entrance to the park. And at the bottom, there's a representation of the sizes of the signs and plaques in relation to each other, as well as to a person of average height. And the benches would be a Tier 3 donor opportunity, and your donor would support the construction costs and the maintenance fund for them. And the benches would be placed around the park with plaques on them displaying the donor's name. And at the bottom of the slide, you can see some potential bench plaque designs.
So you've probably seen these in various places before, but these would be a Tier 3 donor opportunity. They would likely be placed around the Oakshade Shelter or Songbird Theater. And then once again, donor contributions will support construction costs and maintenance fund.
So for the final third donor opportunity is Memorial Meadow. This is where donors can recognize a loved one who has passed within a plaque with a tree or flowers, and the contribution will support the construction cost and maintenance fund. And an example is like the plaque we have on the screen, and the naming can be like in memory of John Smith, and you can have like a quote or a saying about that loved one. So that's Memorial Meadow.
Okay. So I guess to conclude your presentation to your potential donor, we appreciate your collaboration, and your partnership will make all of this possible. When the spirit of community thrives, opportunity flourishes, and together we can build a supportive network that nurtures growth, encourages collaboration, and creates a world with endless possibilities. We also left a text box here for you so you could leave a personal message for your donor. So this is the conclusion of the pitch deck. Thank you all for coming today. And does anyone have any questions?
So I know that's a lot of information, and we had a lot of fun with the different naming opportunities, and that could be built upon within that framework just to come up with the new names and list out the opportunities that we want. The graphics that we have, the logos that we have, the utilize it totally. So we will go ahead and separate the pitch deck from the first part of the presentation and give you that outline. Currently I am making a version of that, but not everybody likes to have. So tier side, and those just might have two bold numbers, so you can still just